parent that raised me by herself. So need wasn't anything from him. It was more of a what I had in my heart to know who that man was. So if you want to consider that a need, I could say yes. I needed to know who he was
Right.
from
Right.
that gut feeling I had for all those years. Who was he? What kind of man he was? All I knew is that he was one hell of a singer.
Yes.
He was a gospel singer. From what I remember, the group that he was in was called the Sons of Abraham. You know, that's what I knew. And I was able to get that information to my private investigator, the group name, the city he was in, and his initials. That was the only thing I was able to provide for her. So initially, she was saying it may be difficult because the initials of AJ may not, help during the search. And thank God it did. But when it comes down to a true need, it was more of a self-identity thing for me.
Gotcha.
Who was this man? You know, how does he correlate to who I am now compared to how, you know, the guys that, like I say, my uncles in my life who raised me, that need thing, I've never been a needy kind of person, but that's a really good question. I just think I need it for me to kind of get that chapter of my life understood.
That's a need. That's a
Yeah.
legitimate need.
Yeah.
When you heard his voice,